Holy crap. Right when like things are about to get really juicy, they just they just stop. What's up, people? Alright, today it's pretty exciting. We got some new trailer. We got a new trailer for character, and it is Yamamoto Genryusai. We knew this was gonna happen, right? As soon as Aizen came out last week, we already knew it was gonna be Yamamoto this week. Now the video is a minute long, just like the Aizen one. So you already know they're not going to show much. They never show enough, right? They never show enough. That's kind of the issue. But it's okay because it's Yamamoto, right? So you can't go wrong with Yamamoto. It's probably going to be some insane damage stuff, insane fire burning stuff, right? So here we go. Let's check this out. I'm super excited for this one. I've been waiting all day for this.
Prepare for punishment. Here I come. Can you block this? I am far from finished. My word. The time is right. There is no way out of this.
Man. Oh! Holy crap. Right when like things are about to get really juicy, they just they just stop. God damn it. Already? Okay, so they had a hellfire gauge going on, right? So this is we need to check that out. Another great trailer by Kubo and Bandai Namco. Very, very good trailer. I gotta say, like, the music was just absolutely perfect for what for Genryusai trailer. It's like it gives out the very alpha energy, if that makes any sense. God, it's I don't like the dub. Okay, I gotta say the English dub so far is not that great, and except for Mayuri for some reason. Mayuri is it's pretty good actually. I don't mind it. But yeah, Yamamoto, he sounds better in sub, in my opinion. But either way, it doesn't matter because when the game comes out, I'm playing Japanese, right? So it's not a problem. So let's check this out. Like, what? Okay, head captain who stands above all other Soul Reapers. His most powerful flame, Zanpakuto, is capable of burning down everything. And if you have seen 1000 Year Blood War, you know that's true. You know that's true. So that's super sick. So, okay, this is the third. This is the thing, right? So the Inferno gauge will accumulate by activating flash attack and signature move, etc. Inferno gauge will decrease when quick attack lands the opponent. The more Inferno gauge accumulates, the more power will increase, and when the gauge reaches to its maximum, it changes into Hellfire state. During the Hellfire state, the power will be enhanced, but the ratio will decrease automatically. Wow. It's crazy how I didn't understand anything of what I just read right now. I don't know what's happening. What? The more power increase. Okay, so you do flash attack or signature move, then it increases the gauge, but it will decrease when quick attack lands the opponent. Okay, so if you want to increase your gauge, do not do quick attack, right? So there is a way to decrease the gauge. That's kind of interesting. Normally, like, you would want to fill up the gauge. I mean, that's kind of the goal, right? To have a gauge is to fill it up as fast as possible and as much as possible in a short amount of time. This, you can actually just not increase it at all. Kind of interesting. The more Inferno gauge accumulates, the more power will increase. Right, so the higher the gauge, the more power you have, probably more damage as well. And when it reaches maximum, it changes into Hellfire state. During the Hellfire state, the power will be enhanced, but the ratio will decrease automatically. Wow. So, okay, you got more power, but less ratio, meaning like, I guess you won't be able to do supers and stuff like that. I don't really know. So you're sacrificing supers for more power. That either could be not good or really freaking broken, right? So I don't think there's an in-between when it comes to these things. So yeah, that's very, very strong. Probably very, very strong. Alright, Spiritual Pressure move 1, Shiranui. Attack by releasing the flame forward. Yamamoto will be in Hellfire state when activated. The damage will increase after activating with long press down input. Right, so once you do this move, Hellfire state will activate. Interesting. Okay. No, Taimatsu Nadegiri. The technique will be changed depending on whether Yamamoto is in the Hellfire state or not. Taimatsu normal state, activate a low power attack. The Inferno Gauge will not accumulate for a certain period after activation. Wow. Okay. Nadegiri Hellfire state, release a very powerful slash covered with massive flames. The Hellfire state will be removed after activation. Oh my god. Okay. This is like a pretty much like a strong attack where it's like, alright, after this, I'm going back to normal state. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright, Reverse Fate. And here we go. This is the transformation, the awakening. Yamamoto's performance will be enhanced by increasing the power output of Shikai. Ryujin Jaka. By the increase of Reishi and the increase of damage, Shikai Ryujin Jaka makes Yamamoto possible to cover his low agility and unleash his overwhelming power. Okay, so it's showing that he has much more movement. I mean, they didn't show much, but his agility goes up, so he's faster, he's got more movement options. Okay, wow. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Okay, wow, there you go. So it looks like it's, yeah, a lot of control back and forth of like, do I want to get to Hellfire state or not? I kind of don't see a reason why you shouldn't be in Hellfire state. I really don't, but I'm guessing they're trying to make it where it's like you can actually choose between which state you want to be and which state you don't want to be. I don't know. It's obviously different combo routes for each state because it's essentially you're learning like two different characters, right? So these kinds of characters, I feel like they're much more complicated than others, I would say, because not only are there two different states for Hellfire and normal, there's also the awakening, right? So when you're in awakened state, there's probably different attributes and different stats and stuff like that for every move. So, or maybe not every move, but like definitely like the important ones. So it's almost like learning if there's two states for before awakening, pre-awakening, and then there's two states for post-awakening. It's almost like learning four different characters, right? It's pretty crazy. Wow. Yamamoto. Right, so I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. This is definitely what I expected to see. Some kind of like fire stuff, you know, like more power. I was expecting a gauge, some sort of gauge, because there's like the poison gauge and stuff like that for like Mayuri, for example. But definitely, yeah, it's as expected. Nothing really surprising. I'm sure there is more to it that obviously we're not seeing, like especially when he goes into the awakening. They barely showed anything. I'm sure there's some crazy stuff there. Like I said in my previous video, like I was like, look, I'm sure all of these characters have a very like a hidden thing, right? There's something they have. Every character has that little something that we don't have. We have no idea about until the game comes out, and then we actually try the characters and figure it out then. So yeah, like I said, like for example, Kenpachi, you know, even Izuru, Yamamoto, like Aizen, especially Aizen. They didn't show anything about the awakening, the fourth phase, basically, right? The transformation. Anyways, things like that where you know there's some hidden kind of thing where it's like, oh my god, they didn't show this in the trailer. It was like, yeah, that's gonna happen. I guarantee that's gonna happen. The exact same thing with like, if I want to bring an example with Guilty Gear Strive, Potemkin is one of those characters where like Kara canceling back then was like, they didn't show anything about that, and then all of a sudden, boom, the game comes out. People try it out and they're like, wait a minute, you can Kara cancel this, and all of a sudden that changed the entire character. So something like that is probably gonna happen with this game as well, which I love. I love those. I love the fact that they're not showing everything from the get-go, making it really interesting, making it really exciting for the game, right? So I love what's happening right now. Yeah, so that's Yamamoto trailer. I kind of don't know what's the next trailer. it would be cool to see Orihime on the next trailer. Not because I want Orihime, right? Okay, there's partially that kind of bias, of course. But because it would make sense in the sense of like, maybe this is some crazy like fortune telling or some crazy like foreshadowing, but I'm just imagining the connection. Like Yamamoto, this is the version of Yamamoto that did not lose his arm, right? So his left arm is still there, and in the story, Yamamoto lost his left arm because of something that happened in the story, and he never got it sort of repaired when he easily could have by asking Orihime for help. But he purposely didn't ask for Orihime for her help to fix his arm. I mean, there's many reasons, but the reason I would like to believe is that he feels like it's not right for a human to be involved in the activities of Soul Reapers, or the Shinigamis. They're doing their own thing. It's a different world. I mean, there is supposed to be no interaction between the humans and the Soul Society. Like, this whole Ichigo going back and forth, this is unbelievable. This is not supposed to happen. So I feel like out of a sort of maybe guilt, Yamamoto's not going to ask for help for Orihime and really be like, you know what, I'm going to face the consequences like I'm supposed to. I'm not going to ask a human to help out on something that this is none of your business. You know what I mean? Not in a bad way, but like literally you shouldn't even be here and, risking your lives for something this is not even supposed to happen, right? So I don't know if that makes any sense. But because of that, I think there's a connection between Yamamoto and Orihime. With that little thing that I'm talking about in the story, there could be that connection where next week it's going to be Orihime trailer. Otherwise, I have no idea what the next trailer is going to be. I mean, there's so many different characters it's possible. Noitora is another character that I'm pretty excited to see. I mean, there's Shuhei that I really want to see as well. I mean, bro, there's too many characters. So I don't know what's going to happen next week. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'm going to record my reaction to the new trailer next week and put my sort of 2 cents on it. But I'm excited again. This game, it's one of those things where every trailer, every new info that comes out of this game just reminds me of like how we have to wait till March. Yeah, and that's a long time. That's a long time. At least for me, it's a really long time for me. Anyways, all right. So that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about this trailer, or who's your favorite character so far? Like, who are you excited to play? Right. All right. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.